This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. And now, The Adventures of Chatterer the Red Squirrel by Thornton W. Burgess.
Chapter 2. Chatterer's Last Chance. Chatterer, still running for his life and without the least hope, suddenly saw a last chance to escape from Shadow the Weasel. That is, he saw something that might offer him a chance. He couldn't be sure until he had tried, and even then he might escape from one danger only to run right into another equally great. What Chatterer saw was a big brown bunch near the top of the tall chestnut tree, and he headed for that tree as fast as he ever could go. What was that big brown bunch? Why, it was Redtail the hawk, who was dozing there with his head drawn down between his shoulders, dreaming.
Now old Redtail is one of Chatterer's deadliest enemies. He is quite as fond of the red squirrel as is Shadow the Weasel, though he doesn't often try to catch one because there are other things to eat much easier to get.
Chatterer had had more than one narrow escape from old Redtail, and was very much afraid of him. Yet here he was, running up the very tree in which Redtail was sitting. You see, a very daring idea had come into his head. He had seen at once that Redtail was dozing, and hadn't seen him at all. He knew that Redtail would just as soon have Shadow the Weasel for dinner as himself, and a very daring plan had popped into his head.
I may as well be caught by Redtail as Shadow, but if my plan works out right, I won't be caught either. Anyway, it is my very last chance.
Up the tree he scrambled, and after him went Shadow the Weasel. Shadow had been so intent on catching Chatterer that he had not noticed old Redtail, which was just as Chatterer had hoped.
Up he scrambled straight past old Redtail, but as he passed he pulled one of Redtail's long tail feathers, and then ran on top of the tree, and with the last bit of strength he had left, leaped to